So I just finished 2 miles of what I call AC/DC carries. Now this is 2 53-pound kettlebells suspended by a pair of bands and a pair of handles, Swissies from Kensui, which work great for this. Now, whilst using grip assistance in the form of hooks, definitely necessary. The reason I call these AC/DC carries is because these are literally hell's bells as you're doing them, carrying them down the highway to hell, and they're bouncing to the left and to the right. So that's what they are. Now, I'll give you a quick demo. I've already finished the 2 miles, so I'll give you a quick demo up and down the driveway here to show you how it works, and then I'll kind of disassemble. So, this is how they're hooked up. Now, the Kensui things, the closed-in part is facing forward. So what I did is this. Now you can see what I'm talking about. So what I do here is disassemble one of these to show you how it's set up. So I got a standard 41-inch green band looped 4 times around the handle. If they're not looped enough, then they're going to keep on whacking into the ground, which this one on the right hand side kind of did a lot because it was a little bit looser than the other side. But anyways, here's what that looked like on the handle. This is looped around and hooked in. So, handle is looped in with the 2 bands. Now, as you can see, this is basically looped around just like the normal hitch that you use for looping bands, but I looped it around 4 times, so it was short enough to keep that. Now, it might take a little bit of experimenting to get the length quite right, to get the looping quite right, but that worked out good for 53 pounds. I'm using lighter kettlebells. You may only need to loop it 3 times, but these are the green bands. This gave me enough band resistance basically to keep these mostly off the ground. Now, when you're carrying these stupid things around, it's murder. The first thing that you're going to feel this, especially for the first 3/4 of a mile to a mile, is right in kind of in the rear delts and upper traps. Next thing to go is going to be your forearms, and then your core is going to start coming into this as well. Now, I definitely do recommend the grip assistance, whether it's straps or hooks. Every time I would stop, and my first run through I did about 300 meters, and then by the time I was done here, I was going between 10 to 30 meters. So it drops off as you're doing this. But instead of fully setting these down, I would basically stop right here, kind of lean over, release the tension for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then pick it up and go again. Now, every step you take, these suckers are bouncing to the left and to the right. They're bouncing up and down, they're bouncing forward. The goal here is to try and keep them from bouncing. So when you're walking, I recommend you do almost like a tightrope walk. You don't want to be walking side to side because then they'll really be bouncing. Well, you get the idea. But keep your feet almost like you're walking on a balance beam. So you want to keep them close, keep your upper body quiet so you're not swinging around and loose. You don't want to tighten up the core, you do want the circulation to be going through your core. One of the things I noticed with this, with the bouncing, you do get a lot of massive upper trap and upper back activation. So every step you take is going to be putting a new shot of tension basically on those upper traps. Great neck work, and great cardio as well. This is a fantastic overall exercise. Again, AC/DC loaded carries using hell's bells.